Steve Irwin's Untold story, What the World Forgot. Welcome back to Memorandum, the podcast that brings you closer to the lives of remarkable people who shaped history, culture, and our everyday inspiration. I'm Nefertiti, and today we remember someone whose passion was as wild as the creatures he dedicated his life to protecting. Today's story is about Steve Irwin, famously known as the Crocodile Hunter. His energy, his enthusiasm, and his love for nature turned him into a global icon. This is not just a story about wildlife. It's about how one man's vision can inspire millions to respect life in every form. Steve was born on February 22, 1962, in Essendon, a suburb of Melbourne, Australia. His father, Bob Irwin, was a wildlife expert, and his mother, Lynn, was a wildlife rehabilitator. From the very beginning, Steve grew up surrounded by crocodiles, snakes, kangaroos, and birds. His childhood wasn't about video games or television. It was about the call of the wild. At just 6 years old, Steve caught his first venomous snake. By the age of 9, he was already helping his father wrestle crocodiles as part of a government program that relocated them away from populated areas. This early connection with nature became the foundation of his life's mission, protecting wildlife and sharing that passion with the world. In the 1970s, Steve's family moved to Queensland and opened a small reptile park, which later became the Australia Zoo. This zoo was not just a business. It was a sanctuary built on love and care for animals. In 1991, Steve took over the zoo. The same year, he met Terri, an American naturalist. Their honeymoon wasn't typical. They spent it filming crocodile captures, and that footage became the pilot for the Crocodile Hunter television series. When the show aired in 1996, Steve's enthusiastic exclamations like Crikey became part of pop culture. He brought wildlife documentaries to mainstream audiences by combining education with excitement. Steve never believed in standing at a distance. He would wrestle crocodiles, handle venomous snakes, and swim with sharks, not for thrill-seeking, but to educate people about respecting nature's power and beauty. Terri was not just his wife, but his partner in conservation. Their children, Bindi and Robert, grew up in the same adventurous spirit, carrying forward Steve's mission today. Under Steve's leadership, Australia Zoo expanded massively, adding habitats for elephants, tigers, and more. He envisioned it as the ultimate wildlife conservation facility. His show reached over 500 million viewers worldwide, becoming one of the most watched wildlife series in history. Beyond entertainment, Steve fought against illegal poaching, campaigned for endangered species, and even purchased large areas of land to protect habitats. Steve wasn't only loved by animal lovers. He became a pop culture figure, appearing on talk shows, late-night programs, and even cameo roles in movies. What made Steve unique was his authenticity. His enthusiasm wasn't scripted. When he looked at a crocodile, you saw genuine admiration, not fear. Steve often spoke at global conferences, reminding leaders that protecting animals is not just about the creatures, it's about protecting ecosystems that sustain humanity. He founded Wildlife Warriors Worldwide, an organization dedicated to rescue, research, and education, ensuring conservation efforts long after his time. Steve faced countless risks, yet he often said, "If anything ever happens to me, just know that I died doing what I love." His devotion was absolute. His daughter, Bindi, was just 8 years old when she gave her first speech at his memorial. Today, she continues his mission, showing how deeply his passion lives on. His son Robert has followed in his footsteps, becoming a nature photographer and television presenter, inspiring young audiences. Steve had a special relationship with the United States. His appearances on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno and his partnerships with American conservation groups made him beloved far beyond Australia. Schools across the world still use Steve's documentaries to teach students about wildlife, ecology, and environmental stewardship. In Australia, Steve is remembered as a national hero, someone who not only showcased the unique wildlife of the country, but also highlighted the importance of protecting it. Through his work, people around the world became more aware of endangered animals and the importance of conservation efforts. Above all, Steve taught us that adventure, curiosity, and love for life's wonders should never fade as we grow older. Steve Irwin's passing in 2006 was a moment of global sorrow. Yet his spirit never disappeared. His legacy lives on through Australia's zoo, through wildlife warriors, through Terri, Bindi, and Robert, and through every child and adult inspired to care for animals because of his voice. Steve showed us that failure is not something to fear. What matters is living with courage, with passion, and with the determination to make a difference. He reminded us that every small action in caring for the environment creates ripples that protect future generations. In the United States, in Australia, and across the globe, his name remains a symbol of fearless curiosity, kindness, and unwavering love for the natural world. When we think of Steve Irwin, we remember that one person can spark a movement. He wasn't only the Crocodile Hunter, he was a bridge between humanity and the wild. This has been Memorandum Podcast, remembering the life and inspiration of Steve Irwin, the Crocodile Hunter, the wildlife warrior, the man who made us all say Crikey with wonder. If this story moved you, don't forget to subscribe to Nefertiti on YouTube and to listen to Memorandum Podcast. Each episode, we bring you the voices and stories of iconic individuals who shaped our world. And tomorrow, join us again for a brand new episode filled with another unforgettable journey of inspiration. Thank you for listening. Keep living boldly, keep learning, and keep finding beauty in the world around you.